Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Two massively poor dropped points after being 2-0 up. And at that point we were cruising and playing really, really well. And I think we limited them to few chances. I thought Trossard was excellent, creating both goals. First one for Martinelli that Martinez tries to save, but it goes over the line. And the second one crosses to Havertz, who Martinez probably should also save it, to be honest. But we were good throughout, I thought, really. But then you had this feeling that it's been a terribly hard, taxing January schedule with injury after injury. Saliba is out again today, and we had to reorganise and adjust. And just felt they were starting to hit us a bit on the break. And they got 2 goals out of 2 crosses, a bit like we did, really. But our defending on both of ours were poor. Partey didn't close down the first one. Tielemans makes a great one, but Marino should stay with him, has to stay with him. You know, he's a duel monster, so go win the duel, you know. And then Matty Cash makes a great cross with his left foot, but Partey steps away from Ollie Watkins, and you can't leave Ollie Watkins that much space. He stays on side. Havertz misses the ball. Maybe it's a bit high for him, I'm not sure. And suddenly we're 2-2. And even after that, I think we went again and should have won it. But when you look at Villa, they bring on Duran, they bring on Bailey. Both those players, I think Arsenal fans would be delighted at this point to have amongst their squad to provide an option from the bench. And we bring on Raheem Sterling, you know, who's another sort of plastered up, sort of, you know, lastminute.com attacking signing. And we sit there and we look at our bench and we're depleted in attack, we're depleted in defence, but we've still got tons of defenders on the bench that he's bought. Kivior, Tierney didn't buy, but, you know, he's there on the bench. Zinchenko, you know, we got 55, 60 million worth of left backs sitting on the bench. But we don't have that attacker or two, and obviously we're depleted in attack, but we are in defence too, and I think it shows, you know, where we failed to address over multiple windows. And, you know, you can argue about Partey, and I thought Marino at times was poor as well in the second half. Could have got his goal late on, but I think it does come off Havertz's hand, and that's it. And then Trossard has a few chances late on as well, and keeper saves one, the other goes wide. I think it probably would get given offside, that one. I'd have to watch it again, but tremendously frustrating. Definitely 2 points dropped, but we can talk about individual players. For this one, I think you've just got to talk about the board, really. I think the players are doing all they can. You can't change the team much. You know, I think we made one sub, was it? You know, before the 85th minute with Sterling coming on, was it? You know, it's just we don't have the ability to be able to rotate the team either, really. I mean, we were forced to rotate because of Saliba's absence today. Otherwise, we probably didn't again. And I think you've got to look at the manager and how we've used our funds. You know, Calafiori out again today. You know, Marino started today, but were they both necessity signings over an attacker? Not for me in the summer and not for me now. And it's multiple windows that we've suffered this issue. And are we going to just do the same thing again? We're 19 days into January. There's some big attackers that have gone elsewhere. Marmoush to Man City, Kvara to PSG. Many a fan will say, you know, the options aren't out there, but sometimes you have to pay the money to get who you want, you know. And I think as fans, we've waited long enough for that in the attack, to be honest. I know we had Kai Havertz, but he wasn't bought as a number 9, and he's not a natural number 9. And beyond that, we've really not spent much at all. If you look at the winger department, it's crazy how little Mikel Arteta's spent there. I know he has Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, but it is crazy. So this would be a call to the board and to Mikel Arteta to not do what you did in the last window, which is wait till the last minute and get a short-term deal that is not going to be good enough, and go and get one of your long-term options now. And who knows what he does for us this season at this point. You know, the players are doing all they can, but this fatigue may be too much for them. You know, it can have a knock-on effect, all of it. And, you know, we're already far behind the top place, league place. But, you know, top 4 is no guarantee either. It's very, very competitive up there. So this would be a call to the board, really. Call to the board, call Mikel Arteta. You've got to go and do something, and it's got to be something big, and it's got to be now, really. Because I don't think players can do much more. And other than Wanyeri, in an attacking sense, no one's coming back. thought Odegaard was way off the pace as well today as captain. He's clearly not looked the same since he's come back from injury, and he's missing Saka big time. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? 2-2 Arsenal, purely Arsenal. Subscribe, like, comment, appreciate it.